But for now, we're going back to Disco Elysium, which is a really unique game. Like I said, the story, the map, the politics in this, absolutely fascinating. So I hope you guys sit back and enjoy this. And yes, Nate is on the way bringing me a cocktail. Hey, Tetsu. You got it. Yes, yes. My question is, where are we now? I could perform a field autopsy. I think I've done enough to be able to perform a field autopsy. I do. I do educational stuff about physics at the beginning of every stream. Thank you so much, Nate. Cheers. It's not really a cocktail. It's Aperol with Sprite. Disco is BG3 without the fighting, but with communism. I can see that. I have a PhD in PvP. Only drove the woman to drink. Only drove the woman not to be able to sleep tonight.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is.
Oh, I heard him put on latex gloves.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit. And the failure of the
Random encyclopedia facts.
To crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why wouldn't I know this on top of my head? Maybe I really am a police officer. I keep going back and forth on whether or not I'm a police officer.
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
Okay, I did know what a field autopsy is, by the way. I have this game, but I haven't played it yet, so I'm gonna lurk. Absolutely, do lurk. I think I'm in the middle where if you want to like sit back and watch for half an hour just to get a flavor of it, you're more than welcome to. I don't think it'll spoil anything for you just yet. Latex glove, you say. Decide what you want to be. I don't know.
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases.
I was talking
latex gloves are
about it to Nate, and I think I've been too good so far. I think I've been too neutral, and honestly, I want to go batshit crazy in this game. Hello, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I want to pick a crazy side and just go with it. So I don't know what's going to happen yet. I'm going to pick up a flavor of some stuff and then see what I'll do. Fair enough? Sound fair enough? Fair enough.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves.
Oh,
however,
yeah!
They are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
I am wearing my garden gloves.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Okay, I'll take notes. Full psycho, embrace it. Vive la revolution! Let the chaos take the world. Honestly, I think I should. I think I should be chaotic. What's that? Chaos neutral? Chaos good? Chaos something?
Yes, you see, the field autopsy form is the one on red copier paper.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger.
Full on psycho.
The bright red paper
Have you
is
played
covered
this as well,
in
Craggle?
boxes and lists describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
That's you.
Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
KK57.
KK57.
08.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date, 0803, and
by
time
year,
of
though?
arrival, 0815, on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Oh, rude!
That's because
I'm the
he
important
doesn't
person.
want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I have not remembered my name. Hey, Scalas. have just blown the kids' college money in the latest Steam sale should get 20 games! Oh my days. Oh my days. Yeah, I've not finished it though. I stupidly got this in BG3 at the same. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. I love these. What a good choice. I'm glad that you enjoyed this game. It is my first blind playthrough, so I have no idea what to expect. I have forgotten my name, so it's fair enough that he doesn't want my initials.
Next.
I'm not gonna cause trouble.
NA. Next.
John Doe, actually, not NA.
NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to...
42! Not bad for a pointed-eared elvish princeling.
He nods.
Mondial.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola
Detective
of
Gadget.
Mundi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
That's a tune I should be handing in for a sound alert here. I'd love to see how many games in Steam sell which never get downloaded. That's a cool statistic.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Man.
Fucky!
The fuck, the kids are here. Can't we just beat the kids and send them on their way, like?
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
It was Inspector Gadget, but Detective Gadget goes well as well. Do-do-do-do-do. Inspector Gadget. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do.
KK.
Now that's going to be playing in my head all the time.
0503.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyway? I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over? Agreed, no treatment.
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes
Composure.
this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then.
Total spent Steam games that have never been played is over 19 billion! Hello there, General Kenobi. Welcome in, Tree. Are you serious? 19 billion spent on undownloaded. Wow. Damn. I'm a culprit there. I am a culprit. That still only counts as one. Hello, welcome in.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand in his chest. Okay. At least 200 pounds of that 19 billion is mine. Oh my days. Damn. Think I'm a good percentage of that. Shit. It's not that surprising. Both Dooms are like $10 each. Not the reboots, but like, 2016 and the second one. The new Doom is coming out. I saw the trailer actually for that.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M.
The disappointment is palpable.
The boots are ceramic.
Freaking kids.
Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Fair enough.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.
We know this already.
one triple O.
The number is purposely concealed by
The
the
lines
design.
between tattoos.
Oh, he has a
The
tattoo?
upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky.
Oh,
It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white.
that's a class tattoo. What the hell? The new Doom look. Yeah, I saw the shield at the beginning of the trailer. I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes. And then I saw the animation of it and I was like, okay. You know what? I ain't gonna hate on it. Not yet. Not yet. To tell you the value of your Steam account. I'm scared to know how much I spend on League of Legends. You can do that as well in League of Legends. From Humble Bungle. Okay. No, I've been very good about not buying games on sale. The only game that I bought on sale before actually playing it this year is this bad boy. Disco Elysium. It was recommended to me, I think by Nas, saying, I know you were planning on playing it. It is on sale right now. So I picked it up. But I'm trying to do what Mika suggested, which is great. If you guys don't know Miss Mika, she's a freaking Dark Souls goddess of a gamer. And she says this thing where she does not buy Steam sales. She's like, I will not buy them because I feel like I spend more money. Instead, I will just buy a game full price when I'm about to play it. I'm going to try it out this year and see if it works. I low-key think it will work.
The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene.
I'm trying to sit up a
using
little bit.
triggered mini.
Cross my legs. And wait for a sale. I see.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow.
That still only
Length,
counts as one.
3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Oh, Pap, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters.
1.8.
Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is
42.
good. Ambient
Answer to
temperature below freezing.
Below freezing.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse's hair before moving.
Lividity is consistent with hanging.
You told me not to
albeit
touch him.
faint, as noted. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Freaking kids. Freaking kids. I couldn't hear you over the sound of my furious clicking to buy discounted games. And not immediately wearing versus immediately wearing after buying it. Ah, I didn't really think about that one. I haven't thought about the clothes one that way. I'm not usually very bad with clothes. I don't tend to buy clothes that I don't need, and I'm a very easy shopper. Like, you know, I have 2 pairs of jeans. I know I regulate between them. I know I spilled acid in my jeans. I know I need to buy new jeans, and I go specifically to buy new jeans.
Fucking
If that
low
makes sense.
velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about?
Pretty good with clothes
Velocity was
usually.
fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Like a bird, I hope? Because he was hanging up. How did any creature climb up and bite him? That's a bit freaky, no? No?
Ligature mark.
But I meant for high velocity. Shit. I missed that part. The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that.
Oh, chain
chain
cutters. Good thing we got these chain cutters. Oh yeah, I came prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Precision. He said bite marks probably, not bird. Yeah, then what kind of creature climbed up on the tree and down on him to eat him post-mortem? It was a rat. It was you guys. You lab rats. You're always trouble. The Defend the stream! Defend the borders!
Ride now!
Ride! Ride for ruin and the world's ending! Death! Hi, Slow! Hello, friends! Welcome in, welcome in. I'm on the other side of the camera. And you rated with 69. Nice. Nice. Welcome in, Raiders. Slow. How's your stream? Did you get your booty cheeks clapped today by several few bosses? To all my community, if you guys don't follow Slow, I usually watch her in the morning. She is an absolutely amazing streamer. She's playing through the Elden Ring DLC, so if you want to see someone suffer through it, make sure to give her a follow. Welcome, welcome everyone in. Hello Slow, hello Bonnie Hero, hello JP. Camino, welcome in. Santos, hello. You can see it was a nice raid, it was. So welcome in Slow's community. I'm sure you guys, if you follow Slow for a while, recognize this game. She actually inspired me to play this. This is Disco Elysium, and I'm just like a couple hours into the game. So yeah, having a good crack with this. Clap by Mesmer. Oh, I know Mesmer. Yes, there's so many streamers playing DLC. I feel like I already know the DLC. It was amazing. Oh, I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun with it tomorrow. Did you get the guys in the end? Realized I didn't need to. Oh. Found something stranger though. Ooh, is this spoiler territory? I don't mind myself, but you know, chatters. Anyways, like I said, if you don't follow Slow, my community, you better. But also to anyone coming over, we are playing Disco Elysium. Today we played Universe Sandbox and Oxygen Not Included. I got a little addicted to Oxygen Not Included. I was only supposed to play it for half an hour, just to try it out. We spent like 5 hours on it. Addiction was not formed. No, we're here in Disco Elysium after all. I shall consider following this Slow walkthroughs. It's in the name. Anyway, Slow, I do know it's late for you. I know you stay up and do long sessions of streaming, so if you need to run, I absolutely understand and do self-care. I need to cut the belt to see the ligature. Okay, so we're doing something a bit iffy here. We're cutting the belt around the guy's neck, this murdered victim. And what are we doing with him? Yeah, I have to be careful with my, what are they called? Chain cutters.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Okay, yeah, before coming in, people, in case you guys don't know, this is a very rude game, to put it lightly. So there's a lot of swear words. You're watching this at your own risk.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Perfect rating time. Perfect rating time. Physical instrument. Do I have points into physical? Maybe I can point some points into physical right now. Let's level this up.
After some
Nice!
deliberation,
42%!
you
Let's
sink the cutters into the
go!
knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
See these pecs? You see, oh, biceps. That's not what pecs are. That's why I work out in the gym. Hey, that's a scar. Where did I scratch myself? The fuck? Whoops. I'll probably have a nightmare about that thing. Oh, about the thing that you... Okay, I need to watch the VOD back.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Someone's showing up. No, that is not that kind of stream, Grim. No, we're not showing pecs
The rope
here.
rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap. Yeah, Tofi, you need to play it yourself. True.
I
need to finish my bonk build
skin,
first.
above and below the
Take care of
ligature
yourself,
mark.
JP. Thanks
The
for
mark is
stopping
well
by.
pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
I'll probably see you on someone's stream tomorrow. Won't mention whose stream.
Chest is intact. Normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia...
Uh-oh.
No! Let's get up and see!
Frickin' kids. Frickin' kids.
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I'm so sorry, Tetsu, and any other possible doctors and morgue people in the chat. Do you actually commentate on the size of genitalia? I mean, imagine your dead body is being dissected and, like, looked at your body, and they comment that it is unremarkable. Hi, Jesse R. Welcome in.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
I'm so glad the raid happened just in this moment. This is a perfect moment to have been raided over.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
What? That's a lot. 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades. Dispersal and accumulation
I suppose he's
long and active combat duty.
Yeah, we kind of figured out that he's a secret, not a secret assassin, sorry. He was private militia, private military. How to make tofu happy. Don't be starting weird stuff, guys, in the chat. Don't be weird, chat. Please, please.
Mm-hmm. We have a real museum here.
Mercenary, that's the word.
Battles, wars. Last item. Hands. Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't gonna open his hands because I'm wearing gardening gloves. Kim's voice is oddly... I won't finish the sentence, the original word I was going to say. Satisfying is what I'll say. It's a very nice voice.
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
Just
That's
decide to
all
breathe.
for the external. Well done. What next?
Well, now it's time to do the internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Let's see if my brain is smart. Did you go thinker build slow, actually? What build did you go? So there was like physical, thinker, and there was something else.
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
I sound like a crazy person. I love this. I was role-playing myself. It was a bad idea. I felt the same slow. I felt like I was playing myself, and today I've decided I'm going to be a little bit crazy. I'm going to try a few of the crazier dialogues.
I think that
Like
may
this.
well be the moral of every story, officer. Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury-related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage
Oh,
it
the thyroid.
gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
I became sorry cop. Ooh.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
That'll mean probably more to me later as I uncover the story and understand it a little bit more.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Can we hit the children, please?
The hyoid bone
I
is
shouldn't have said
fractured.
that out loud.
The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received a dental implant, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. hemorrhaging present in
Oh,
mucosa.
we're gonna look
to
into the
lips and
mouth. We're gonna look into the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Why did they add that last part?
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into
Tiny
your
toxic
mouth.
tofu 2024.
You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking.
You know, saying that "can we hit children, please?" makes me, like, you're trying to make me sound bad. After playing Frostpunk, I don't think that's bad at all. I gotta sleep. Take care of yourself, Slow. I hope you have some nice Elden Ring dreams. Have lovely Elden Ring dreams. Good night, everyone. Take care, take care. Thanks a million for the raid again. Really appreciate it.
Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness. Mute silence as always.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
The lieutenant repeats impatiently. He lets go of the jaws. The mouth snaps shut before you.
Hepatobiliary. NA. Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't know what a hepatobiliary is. He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust.
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder and bile ducts.
Ah, thank you.
Neither am I. Same for toxicology and serology. And unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
I think I do.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
Would obscure tidbits and odd trivia fit the field? The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if it was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should have a request.
I think we should request it still.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach.
Voila. Write it down, omit the voila. Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
So the last one, a description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has
By
caused damage to
birds?
the body.
It's
Odontologists does not need to be
sorry,
consulted.
it's interesting that they said predation. I would assume that it couldn't have meant birds. But, you know. What do I know about the English language? After playing this game, I feel like I've never spoken English in my life. With all the vocabulary and words they use in this game.
And your opinion, officer?
Oh, non-fatal, the predation.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
It would have been nice if they described like how much blood was coming out of those injuries, because like if it was post-mortem, he wouldn't have been bleeding as much as he would have been had it been non-post-mortem. What's the word? You see, in academia we have undergrad and postgrad. I feel like it's not called undermortem. I don't think undermortem is the correct word here. Why would you stone a dead guy? Karen?
Right.
These kids.
Next. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape.
Perimortem, there we go.
7 centimeters. The
Peri-graduate,
hyoid bone
that
is
sounds
fractured.
better.
The
I like the word
cervical column intact.
peri-graduate. Good morning, Tofa. Hi, Jer. Welcome in. How are you doing?
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
1 centimeter?
Below the
Kind of
note,
deep.
2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Jakey. Oh no. Is everything alright?
Think for a moment.
Hey, Doombreed.
This
Welcome
time,
in.
don't rush.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start.
Hopefully yes. Okay. I hope so too. Isn't Perimortem an Ozzy Osbourne song? Is it? Hi, Spooky. Welcome in.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
He produces a small plastic roll from his jacket, a body bag. Let's wrap this up.
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks.
Couple of
If we are
weeks?
lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were
I
thorough
don't have
with the
weeks.
list of injuries too.
I gotta solve this
We
crime.
described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Fair enough.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
Over.
for processing.
That is a long time, yeah.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Ooh. Oh, I can... Okay, I think I need to sacrifice a lab rat. Okay. Wave your hand in the air if you're okay with being sacrificed as part of this ritual. Wave your hands up in the air like you don't give a care. Oh, hear us! Oh, hear us! Gods of the dice, we ask for your blessing to make our rolls nice. We offer some lab rats, oh gods of the dice, and we'll take a new lab rat, Edco, as our sacrifice. Dun 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 dun.
I'm gone.
57. Edco, it was nice knowing you. It was a great sacrifice coming from you today. Appreciate it. Coming in here with a Prime sub, donating yourself for science. It was an honor knowing you.
Into the wild pale yonder.
Okay, and now the dead man is talking to us.
In the past, way out in the west. I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about jokes either. A killer, a motherfucker, and a killer.
Damn.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
Bravo. Hashtag not a cult. The gods are satisfied with the sacrifice.
What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination.
I see.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
I'm getting tickly at the back of my neck. Like the sound in my headset is... Anyone else getting tickly? No? No? Just me? I'm the weird? Okay, I'm the weird one.
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, give me questions.
Here you go, you loony. Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
I do strike myself as a Rooney. Rooney is not who I am Harry.
No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
I think that's just your hair. I think it's the voice. It's kind of vibrating, but it's also making me itch. Maybe it is my hair. I'm just imagining things. It's fine.
Because you have. Do I remind you of someone?
Oh, dead man be shooting back.
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Harlequinism. Welcome in, Raiders! Defend the stream! Defend the borders! Defend the line! Ride! Ride for ruin! And the world's ending! Death! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hello. How are you doing? How are you getting on these days? Are you by any chance, you know, is your schedule clearing up over the summer? Will you be available for some things in future? I'm very well, thank you, thank you. How's your poker going? If you guys want to check out an amazing poker player, make sure to check out our channel. Thank you so much for the shout out, Seams. Oh wait, I lie, you were playing Elden Ring. Let's go! Class. I hope you're enjoying Elden Ring, and I hope, you know, you're getting your butt cheeks clapped occasionally. She steals graves. Fair enough, Rafa. Thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, I'm enjoying Elden Ring. First time discoing. It is my first disco playthrough. Yeah, so anyone coming in from the raid, this is Disco Elysium. It is a weird game. It is kind of like Baldur's Gate 3 if it was set in a completely different universe and there was no combat. It's just dialogue and clicking, and I can't explain enough about this game. It's weird in a good way. Highly recommend you guys check it out. Thank you. That was a good shot. And decided to try the base game. Okay, so you're just going through the base game at the moment. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. It is very, very difficult, but also like it is. Elden Ring taught me a lot about video games. But thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Alright, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in.
No, not quite. Be fair now. There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you'll be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
If you need to, you know, do self-care and take care of yourself after your stream, because I know it was a long stream and you need to take care of yourself. Also, great freaking emote. Blah, 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 emote. We also abuse your nurge emote as well. But if you do need to take care of yourself and need to head away, I completely understand. Really appreciate you raiding over and sending your community over here as we're playing a couple of new games today.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Coppo. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Oh, I'm dying.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
That's not the dialogue. That's weird. Is that a bug, I wonder? Gonna head and grab a sap. Absolutely. But I'll be back. Let's bag him, take him away. Perception legendary. Okay, well that's not working.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Oh,
Come
okay.
back later, Corpo.
Oh. Wait.
The man is the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Okay. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema.
We're carrying a dead
I
body.
can take care of the rest.
I don't know why I sounded excited.
It's too late to take him into processing today. I'll take him first thing tomorrow.
It is 21:36 already. I think the working day finishes at 10 p.m. Also, what kind of working day starts at 9 a.m. and finishes at 10 p.m.? Imagine working 13 hours. Did I do the math right? Hope I did the math right.
Yes? Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
Interesting.
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th,
Yeah, what if
we
Kim
call
is
it
the
the
big
Jamrock
conspiracy
Shuffle.
theory?
Officers from Jamrock's 41st precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
Who would work those hours? I know, Tetsu. Of all people, who would work those crazy hours? That's a short shift. 12 hours is usually a normal shift for nurses and doctors. Am I mistaken? Sound correct. There is communism involved
They
in this
say
game,
it's
for
a
sure. Yeah,
scene-clearing
Spooky.
technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things.
Do you mean loot?
They're interesting.
Anito loot. 8 hours is still standard, but we regularly work 12. Oh, okay, interesting. I do know a few of my nurse friends would work three days a week for 12-hour shifts. That was like their ideal work thing, but there's like new regimes in place now, and there's different laws and stuff like that. That was also considered part-time work. I thought that was kind of crazy when I heard that.
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on. What do you want to know? Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security
Funny, gotta
guard
remember
who
all
was
this.
found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
4 days. All the nurses I know affect off to Australia. No joke, Na's the same. I have 2 friends, one from college and one from a childhood friend. Both are in Australia. They're the only 2. Like, I don't know any of my nurse friends who are still here. None of them is still here. They're just all gone. A lot of teachers that I study with are gone as well. A lot of them went to Abu Dhabi and Dubai and stuff. And
During that time,
Saudi Arabia.
the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines.
So it's on behalf
This
of
was
Wild
just
Pines,
hearsay
okay.
from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort.
Oh,
The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Jesus. Couldn't even identify the sex. Interesting. Yeah, I can go less full-time and it's still 40 hours a week. Well, 40 hours is standard, yeah. 40 hours is a good working... Like, especially if you're not doing overtime often. If you're doing strictly 40 hours a week, that's fine. Especially if it's office work. But also with doctors, maybe it's a bold assumption I'm making here, but with doctors or nurses, if they're working 40 hours, they're working 40 hours. Do you know what I mean? If I were working in an office, I would have a bit of downtime. Again, speaking from experience. There is some downtime of like grabbing a coffee, grabbing a biscuit, having a bit of banter and chat. But again, I'm making assumptions here. He's mostly on strike, so he doesn't work.
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez.
Oh.
Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
I see. I should have asked him these questions earlier. This would have made more sense earlier. Hold on, and the RCM
That's
is...
us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
I'm so glad that Kim is so calm and, you know, patient with us.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of
A
Revachol.
self-organized Peace Corps.
The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
So it's not like a government in control that
Just to
does
be
it?
clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together.
DeLorean
I just don't see the
polymath.
case getting more mysterious than that.
Just look at his portrait. Kim does look like a saint. He's so nice. Oh my god, the meetings. Like so many people who are working in programming, in tech, in the chat, when I hear about the meetings you guys have, I just question how you ever get any work done. Like, actively. Some of you guys have 4 hours of meetings in a day. How are you supposed to work? Like, it takes me like an hour to get into my work usually. That's the fun part. We don't. But then, like, do you have to stay late to get work done? I don't know. That sounds so awful.
I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not?
Why not?
Because it's not part of reality.
The gesture resembles an orchestra conductor bringing the choir to a full stop. So desperately mundane. You need to think this case up. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex.
Okay, let's have a little bit of fun
You
with
should
this.
convince him.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of
The
stupidity?
cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Oh, so it's the struggle over who runs Martinez. I see. Nope, never stay late. I have 8 different bosses, Bob. Jesus, imagine if you have to answer to multiple bosses. That sounds like such an inefficient system as well.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can
Brouhaha.
tell you that.
Is that
Time
a
to
real
settle
word?
it, they said.
I need
Crop
to
off.
know.
But I assure you,
Brouhaha.
I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness.
On the contrary.
On the contrary.
I like him. I like him. Tofu favors dictatorship figures. Brouhaha is in fact real. Oh my days, what does it mean? Exactly, the definition.
Somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are 2 columns. One says, cases solved. The other, confirmed kills.
A noisy and overexcited reaction or response to something. That election. All that election brouhaha. Okay. Chat is usually a brouhaha. I think I just don't understand if it's a verb or a noun or how to use it grammatically correctly. Chat is brouhaha?
Well, technically. The official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicides.
Double cam murder suicides. I see. I see. I guess in the police district, a win's a win. There was a brouhaha over the issue. Okay. I see.
A common accounting
I'm gonna
gimmick
use that word. I'm gonna try and use
used
that
to
word. It's
inflate
good.
precinct stats.
Isn't that when you just say when a friend tells you, bro? Haha.
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know
They
how
care
to get
about
here.
sports.
Most
Hopefully
of
it's
the
rugby.
interchange doesn't exist.
I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. There can be only one conclusion. I am the finest, a case-solving machine sent to outperform you in every way imaginable. I must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? I probably have an unbelievable kill count. We know he has 3. I'm going to leave why I was sent unspecified. I think I'm going to go with a bit of finesse here.
A good joke.
Yes, a joke. In truth, I only moderately humiliate and outperform you.
It's not that many. Officer, I'm sure you have a lot more cases solved. Now...
Of the priest in Belfast saying a prayer at mass hoping that England get knocked out of the year. What? In Belfast?
Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
Interesting. Oh, suppose it was in the
If
Catholic
not,
Church,
we should
right?
move.
If it was mass.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Logic, formidable. Why did the 41st send me?
Because you're
Fuck.
the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
Oh, why did I say that?
You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too long.
God damn it.
Hey, so
I'm
we've
so
been
sensitive.
monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type.
What's a copo type?
Yes. Guess
Oh,
what's
what
yours?
type of cop I am?
No, you're the sorry cop.
No!
The cop who's sorriest.
I'm
Let's
the
make it
sorry
official,
cop.
shall we?
I don't want to be a sorry cop. I want to be a cool cop. I want to be a robo cop. A mall cop. Any cop. What are the other types?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop.
Ooh, those sound cool. I want to
Liquid
be one of
Shadow
those.
Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
You know, actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't.
Oh,
you know,
I misclicked.
Apocalypse,
Shit.
Superstellar, the advanced. Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Ooh. Slow as a sorry. Yeah, she just said it there. I didn't get it, what she meant there, but that makes sense now. I'm not going to be a slow... I'm not going to be a sorry cop, not a slow cop. Oh my days. Oh my days. Beverly Hills cop. Hi, Shadow Pearl. Welcome in. Oh, there's a party! It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. I think I need to press tab. Can't seem to interact with anything. Alright, let's look at the list of things I have to do. The victim's tattoos. Ask around about the tattoo's possible meaning. Get Isabel and Lillian in the nameless fishing village down the coast to sign Everett's document. Okay. Looks like a disco. I mean, the music is a bit boring, but other than that, could have been a disco, I guess. Wait, whose signatures do I need again? I need Isabel and Lillian in the nameless fishing village down the coast. Maybe this is not where the coast is. We have a map as well. Oh, Fisherman's Shacks. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Actually, I haven't been down there. Shouldn't I sleep at some point, though? Is sleep a thing that is needed? Do you guys need sleep? Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain almost washed them off. You can't go there yet, Tofu. Don't tell me what to do! Hi, Solistas, welcome in. Sleep is for the weak, exactly. Yes, since you're at risk of dying soon, sleep should definitely be a thing you should do. I got scared. Did I startle you? Sorry. What's this place? Most military wear with a few eccentric fashions thrown in.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Hjelmdal. That sounds Norwegian? Hi, Wolfborn, welcome in. I'm so glad you love the music and the game. Sorry, Jay said he loved the music, and you said you loved the game.
The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Alright, here we go. I'm sniffing the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Your photon emissions, lads. Photon emissions.
It's the man from Hjelmdal.
Walking away from his burning village, yes. The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
Kind of sounds a bit like, you know, what's the modern superheroes? The Avengers. The Bridge to Valhalla. Ooh, okay.
In fact,
I do know
most
him in
people don't think that
Avengers,
man
yes.
from Hjelmdal ever really existed. But they are wrong.
He was protecting the gate, right?
Hjelmdal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity.
Yes, that's
But
right,
hey,
Karen.
It's not worth getting into an argument about.
We do be loving Idris in this stream.
Wow, what?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
I see.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there.
Listen, if you have to get high and you go to funny places in your head, who's to argue whether or not they're real or not?
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity.
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
You should. Welcome to Hjelmdal, officer.
Not sure why I took it, but... Look at me. Oh god, the tie is terrible. Do I have any effects? -2 authority. Okay. I don't know about that.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Why?
Nice.
What's this? A head...
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Headless Horseman?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something.
Or something.
That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
This is the story
Did
of the
I
Headless
mention that
Horseman.
this figurine...
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
These are Francan Nigerian cavalry, right?
Mm-hmm. I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
Oh, I shouldn't have said the end twice. Franco.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats.
Franco
and
is a
caps,
name, isn't it?
complemented by orange trousers.
We also
They are
give it to
variously
human
posed,
names. I feel like
wielding
there's some famous
swords and
actor
rifles with
who has
bayonets.
a Franco name.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes?
Common folk.
Yes, they are soldiers.
Pitchforks
Revolutionary
and shovels.
soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for
If
effect.
you think about it, anything could be a
When you
name.
place them next
Yeah,
to
but he
the
was
royalists,
cancelled.
it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Yeah, I understand that it means French in this case. I do remember that there was some name, but I think you're right. But he got cancelled. There was someone who got cancelled with the name Franco. I don't know his surname.
Maybe.
Oh, this is new. I know you guys can't
We should
see
think
it.
about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. We should take care of that then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Okay. He wants us to go home. Alright. We can come back here another time. Francisco Franco? James Franco? His brother? Oh! Oh, that's a surname! Okay. I got confused, did I? Where do I know him from? Was he in Spider-Man or something? Was that the guy who was in the Spider-Man that I like? Yeah, okay, that's the one I'm thinking of. Okay. I'm very bad with actors' names. Or just names in general. I'm so sorry. It's a good day if I remember my own name. Instead of paying repairs, buy random stuff. I'm not talking to that lady. I died in the game talking to that lady. She killed me.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement.
Does that
for tonight.
arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
But she said you were handsome, and then I died! And then I died! Listen, don't be defending the old lady, okay? She almost killed us, in the sense that I had to reload the game. I don't know if I really died. It was a moral death. It's cold out. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing a stupid money game.
Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it? Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
What? What does he want? What does he have in his carriage? She complimented you to death. Imagine being complimented to death. A gun?
You see a set of steering levers.
Really?
a
No!
radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you
Tim
put on your
is so
wheels.
nice.
When the
He's
wheels come
selling
to a
his
stop,
stuff.
the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Honestly, that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration.
I mean, I've no other option. I have to take him, but he's so sweet.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
He's so nice. I think he's talking about the pawn shop we were just in. technically it's not his stuff, but yes. Don't try to change my mind, Yuli. He's a sweetheart.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. It's shameful how insufficient the place presence is. Not that RCM, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
Yes. I know that. Smart Moto, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Honestly, I think some of your selections are more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, and recapitalize. Typical vicious, quite the collection.
It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed. but
Ooh,
underneath it, you
electrochemistry.
sense psychedelic processes.
Is Roy high? And if
bubbling.
yes, then what is
Some
he on?
kind of drug, maybe. Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward.
I know what drug he's
Lucky
on, based on my
bastard. He's probably on
electrochemistry.
Rollido. It's tough to come by on the street.
I would like to highlight that just because I studied electrochemistry does not make me a drug dealer nor a well-educated person in drugs. I would like that to be the premise of the stream before we continue. Hi Transit Biker, how you doing? How you getting on these days?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
That's scary. Does he mean like the pupils or like the whites of the eye? Is it just me or is it really warm in here? Step closer, sir. Could you take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of pills before I lost my memory. Chill out, man. I'm chill out cop. You just won't see what you're having. I'm not winking anymore. I have learned my lesson in this game. Winking gets me into trouble. I said some of the most awful things in the world for winking, so I'm not going to wink.
I've had to take it. You know,
Winks are dangerous.
since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a
So much for
particle
embracing
decay
the chaos.
generator in hopes
I'm not
of bringing
taking drugs.
affordable electricity
I'm trying not to
to
take
underserved
drugs,
communities.
but I'll still be chaotic.
It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Radioactive.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Lovely. We do love a little bit of radioactive waste in our rivers, don't we, lads?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West.
Of course they did.
Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Of course it didn't.
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
The pile is interesting. That's actually referred to something in Chernobyl as well. Hi Kip, welcome in. How you doing? Speaking of using the radioactive emote. Also, good evening. It is a wonderful evening. A little radioactivity in the morning is good. I mean, it's just gamma radiation. It's just energy. It's just pure energy radiating through you guys. Okay, we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Does the physicist in you agree with the particle accelerator generates nuclear waste? Is it a particle? It's not really a particle accelerator though, right? It's a particle decay generator. And I mean, technically, that's technically what radioactive material is. So it would work. Does make sense. I had a very long day, but I'm doing great. It does make sense to me.
An emergency
think.
valve defect.
But again, it
resulted
depends
in
what they
steam
actually
pressure
mean, you know? You never
blowing
know
the
really what they
turbine,
mean.
taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you're a part of. It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the
It
pile.
helps with the immersion. No, you're looking radiant, Tia. No, you are.
So much disappointment
That's what my mom
and
says to
early
me.
deaths. Cancer mostly.
Oh, okay, not that far.
And we
Just the
knew all that
disappointment
was
part.
coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Damn.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
Jesus Christ. Like, it just reminds me of Chernobyl and how the fire brigade came to put out the fires initially, and being told that there's no danger, that everything's fine. Should we check your garden shed for you to sell nuclear reactor now?
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died, so I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forberg as I can.
Fair enough.
Still in the same city, but I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah.
I feel
you
a
gotta
little
get in
bit
on
more
those
empathy towards this
vortices,
guy
my
now,
man.
after him telling the story. Care to share your with me? There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them.
Watch
The
him tell
spinners
us
appear
that it's not worth
iridescent
anything
in
now.
the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger.
200 real!
No
Let's
matter.
go!
I'll give you 200 real.
Da, 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 da,
No one was
da, da,
defrauded
da,
or
da.
jumped.
I
Are you
am
sure?
now freaking rich. I was going to swear there and I stopped myself. I'm a changed woman, lads.
Of course.
I'm a changed woman.
I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
Kim is so
Here's
nice.
the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Aww.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Fascinating photo of a corpse.
Another time.
I'm not selling him a photo of a corpse. Well, you can pay your debts. Let's see how rich you are after that. By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by... Ooh, that's a good question.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh shit, my moral...
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before.
Oh shit!
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
I sold my gun here and someone bought it.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The
Damn.
unhealthy kind. She didn't seem like a policeman.
She.
although she kept referring to herself as a pig,
As a
which
pig?
was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit
Why would she call herself a pig?
obsessive, but I was just happy
I
to get
know
rid
for
of it
Zerp.
and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Terrifying?
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
There's only one explanation. She doesn't want to be my rabbit fans. Maybe she's a vigilante. Wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on CM?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from? Bird's nest, Roy.
A needle in a haystack.
I
There
lose
is
myself.
nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope
True, Kip.
Everard
True.
wasn't lying.
It could have
and
been
the Union
Kunes.
can track her down in time.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Oh. I didn't think about that. we
People
could talk
as
to her.
oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Of course,
You might be able to aid our
I
investigation.
doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Roy is very helpful.
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
Bad to the bone.
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
You said you'd done it before, yeah?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire
Oh,
some
Kim
of the
isn't
knickknacks on display.
comfortable talking about
Looks like
drugs.
he won't be your knock, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
I haven't, but don't worry, I can take it.
Here you go, man.
Oh, right,
I
sorry.
respect your
I didn't
decision,
mean
officer.
to do the drugs.
What
I
else
just
can I
wanted to
help
talk
you
about
with?
it. I didn't mean to. Guys, don't look at me. I wasn't going to take the drug. I was just looking at it, I promise.
Sure thing. Sure, man.
Okay. We'll come back to the pawn shop later. We do need to go to the cafe. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, like. Busted. No, I'm not busted. Well, he is a police officer who doesn't want to be associated with illegal drugs. But he doesn't want to rat me out either. I just wanted to see how much is...
Can I help you? Yes. Have you... Well?
Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Okay.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Guess that's it. We'll go upstairs. Kim, you want to crash with me? Kim and I are gonna crash. We're gonna share bunk beds.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Okay. That's weird, because I thought it was the opposite, that I already talked to him and he said, let's go to bed.
The air outside
He doesn't
is
look in my
brisk.
room. It's fine, Yuri.
The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
Kim is smoking! He's a smoker!
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
I can understand that.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I've been falling in love with Kim.
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Yet,
He's
were he
right.
to quit,
Smoking is not
he
cool,
would lose
chat.
the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit below it all.
Don't smoke. Don't smoke. It's bad for you.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's
I like the
good.
music.
It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up.
True.
Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shot.
Damn straight. I'm a sharpshooting cop. It was nothing really. I was just doing my job. I was inspired by your confidence in me, Kim.
I admit I wasn't sure whether I should give you the gun, but I'm glad I did. Your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim.
I guess
We
if you
found
don't
some
shoot it
things
down,
that
you
can
can't
really
perform a
work.
field autopsy.
I still feel like we missed something, but it's up to the boys in processing now. We did perform a thorough search of the crime scene. That's great. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean.
Unlike most cops, I understand how communication is online. The initial interviews, yes, well, we talked to some people.
Including Evrard Claire, a daunting adversary, if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information.
That's true. He just kind of, sort of helped us, and we also committed crime with him, but,
He's
you know.
not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
Claire also helped you, how should I say?
Remember your name. That's true.
That's a relief. Moving on. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any
Joyce!
information from
The
her.
one on the boat.
I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really
Off to
is.
do some outside
We
activities.
have
Take
to
care of
get
yourself,
some
Craggle.
details.
Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow, but take care of yourself. Guys can have a peek at the little mini cosplay I've prepared tomorrow. It's nothing big. That being said, there's a few people who like are new in the stream who only showed up like last week or 2 weeks ago, and it makes... I feel like I've cosplayed a lot in the last 2 weeks.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running?
You run a lot.
about? Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? It's impressive, especially for a man your age.
Man my
And
age!
those here.
Excuse me! I am still a young spring chicken!
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He likes my... Okay, he's making fun of me for sure.
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens
The green goes
Commission
with the
says
orange.
most
Lads,
frequently
that's
is
definitely
imposing
mocking me.
fines of up to 1,000 real for offences, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of
Fair
Revachol.
enough.
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
I don't know if bribery really is a thing in Ireland. I do know when I was in Russia, like 7-8 years ago. Yeah,
We
it was
can
a thing.
arrest people,
It
of
is a
course,
thing, I'm
but
sure
rather
still.
than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught.
Kim is really cool.
It's about
Yeah,
power
you're right,
projection.
Phantom. We wish we could play as
Thus
him.
far, they seem to mostly show up.
So cool with the cigarette.
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to
And then
coalition
the
government
judge.
courts
Okay.
in Couronne and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount.
Never
to
go
keep
out of style.
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness.
Ooh, that's where a lot of I know a lot of crime cases in the States have, not just the States, there was another one in the Philippines and whatever, in case anyone thinks I'm just attacking US. But, you know, a lot of crime cases were reported where there was severe police abuse with, you know, the partner backing you up, basically.
Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
So they kind of just happened?
Be sentimental if you like. Either
But
way,
how are they
the moral
funded?
intern
Did I miss
leases
that
us the
part?
right
Where'd
to
they
keep
get the
peace in
money,
this
their
city,
payment,
and they will take
if
it
they're
away
not,
if we
like,
misuse it.
proper government? Yep, or as they call it in the US, test... Oh, Jesus, Yuli. I bring up Philippines just because one of the recent crime stories had the same incident, and it was in the Philippines. As you guys know, I'm a bit of a true crime nuthead.
Or if they think you do.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed. Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real
Okay.
Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
Okay, so center-right and center-left. And what do they believe
What
in?
do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Oh, interesting.
Those others say they continue the humanist project
Humanist
set
and
forth by Dolores Day.
technocrats.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract.
So she was the author of the idea of humanism or something? This is interesting. I like this lore, actually.
Interesting
Finally,
question.
topics that I actually
It's
understand.
a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
Nerds and power sounds good.
The moral
I don't
intern
know.
are the
Nerds
fact.
also get bullied
I
in
try
high
not to
school,
have
Kip.
opinions
Do you
on
really
facts
want
until
a
they
bully
change.
victim
And it doesn't look like
in
that's about to
power?
happen.
They're just gonna destroy all the people who were popular in school, right?
Do you?
That was a very outward view. Don't take me seriously in anything I ever say. Do you? The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Jesus, I think I'm in love with Kim.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Ooh, I like the idea of vigilantes. Is vigilantes okay with me? No. But I'm going with the character here.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Less. Watch Dogs stream one. I've never watched it before. See you in the morning. Bye.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
All right. Oh,
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night.
I remember this. Did you play
The
not
sheets
extra not
feel at
included?
once coarse and clammy against
Chat,
your
should we
skin.
tell Kip what
The
happened
bed
with Anya
sags
today?
beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Should we tell Kip what happened today with Onni?
And then sleep doesn't.
Oh.
And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed.
I
But
hate when
it's
this
not
happens.
happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps.
Yeah.
The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat. And grease. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly.
Everybody
This is
died
your
horribly.
body here, intimate and warm, breathing.
Oh, that's true, Phantom. Before Ani, everybody died horribly.
A bit tense in the muscles. Relax.
Oh, Phantom, that was good.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Of course.
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
It's VOD time tomorrow morning then. Yeah, I highly recommend you do look up us playing Universe Sandbox and Uni. It was actually such a great banter of a stream today. I had great crack today. Oh, is this my dream? I think we'll save on this perfect moment as we ended the day.